A dry day in the Midlands means a sound surface to entertain the masses this evening. Let's take a look at the teams. There's the Tigers lineup, 6 internationals in the home ranks. Lewis Deacon captaining the side in the pack, that includes George Shooter and Jordan Crane. Anthony Allen available, having been released from England's training camp this afternoon. And Matthew Tate, the first time for a long, long time that he has started a game of rugby union. Tanner Latimer knows more about the responsibility of this team than most and leads the side with plenty of oomph up front, and the backline conducted by the somewhat controversial figure of Willie Rippier at 10. His attacking armoury spearheaded by Andre Taylor at fullback. Nobody crossed the white line more than him in the last Super Rugby season. So here we go, the Māori All Black 2012 tour is underway. Elliot Dixon, first man to receive the ball, and Willie Rippier immediately moving it out, looking to run out of their 22. This is the nature and the style that has become, of course, the Māori signature in rugby. Matthew Tate getting his first touch of the ball. Slightly high tackle there, but the referee happy to let play go on. Jordan Crane moving it out to Anthony Allen, was only released from the England training camp this afternoon. So, well, not having to play from memory exactly, but nobody has started more games for the Leicester side this season than Anthony Allen. But not the best preparation for the match. Crane trying to set the ball back, but the Māori not rolling away.
Option top.
Leicester did have a game on Friday just gone in the development tournament in this country. The LV Cup primarily played between the English and the Welsh teams now. But very few of these guys actually played a full 80 in that game in preparation for this very special match. Piece in the programme today saying it's going back to amateur days when tourists were revered property, and the occasion was one of the matches of the season, and maybe that's changed slightly through the course of professionalism, but nonetheless this is a very special match for both sides this evening. George Ford lining up his first kick of the day. 19-year-old Tigers fly half, making the most of game time with Toby Flood away on England duty. On target, first up, the youngster, and the Tigers on the board. George Ford, a revered property in this country. This young fly half of so many people have got their eyes on already into the England Saxons lineup, but hasn't had that much game time. This only his third start. Toby Flood, the usual 10 for the Tigers. Here's Andre Taylor. And the door shut fairly firmly in his face, but Frey Wilson keeps it moving. Crane up very quickly, and Borky did very well to just adjust his footwork there. Dixon getting his team up to the Tigers 10-metre line, and the advantage going to the tourists. Struggling to get back over the gain line.
Green B offside, Green B.
The Tigers wearing letters this evening, their traditional form of identification before professionalism forced them into the usual numbering system. So I'll try and keep you in check with who's who. But right now it's number 5, Jason Eaton, getting the offload, and there's the first try. It's Frey Wilson. Well, great footwork from the big Hurricane second row. Deft movement inside and outside, catching the Tigers' defence. And as he approached the line, it was Frey Wilson who was up in support. Great start for the Māori. And it certainly got the crowd here a buzzing already. Ripia, just glad to be playing rugby again, I guess. Simple 9-iron to get things going for the Māori fly half, and 7 points already on the board. So, a fairly frenetic first 5 minutes. Again, it's Dixon, the receiver. And again, the Māori trying to line up to move out, but that pass from Ripia not helping his fullback one bit.
Scrum.
Andre Taylor having to concede the 5-metre scrum. And scrummaging in these parts is what the fans love. It was the Tigers' trademark for many a year. Maybe it's changed slightly, but it still is one of the strongest parts of the Leicester game, and certainly is part of their DNA.
Tempo your side.
2 bends propping for the Māori All Blacks. Either side of Hickory Elliott. On this side.
Coach!
For the Tigers is Fraser Balmain, the youngster, really getting his first start. That's a good starting scrum from the home side.
Through his feet back, number 3.
Ben Afiaki, the man having the finger pointed at. And here we go. Because I think Lewis Deacon is going to say, let's go again, boys.
Back there. Bring him up. Thank you. Drive him. Binds up both sides.
You can see Fraser Balmain where you see George Shooter, the hooker at B, and Boris Stankovic on that far side. Himself, of course, a Kiwi.
Touch. Set. Get it in, 9, get it in.
It's a better shove from the Māori All Blacks, and Jordan Crane has to pick up and rescue the ball. But it is still there for the home side. Pat Phibbs making his first start since signing as effectively as a medical joker for Leicester. A scrum half problem with Ben Youngs and Mickey Young both out injured. So the Australian, who previously had been at Exeter, signed a 4-month contract here at Welford Road. There he is, looking to snipe, looking for the offload. Anthony Allen in position but not getting the ball. Who dropped the ball? Doesn't matter. It's Ed Slater, 4 metres short. And the penalty again goes to the home side. Well, the pressure coming on the Māori All Blacks from the Tigers forwards. Latimer just seeking explanation from the officials. And this time, more pragmatic approach from Deacon, the skipper, asking his fly half to nail another 3 from the tee.
Yeah, just get them. Just
a
have
powerful
a chat
start from the Tigers pack.
Man, but I think they've got a physio looking after
certainly, if there was any wake-up call needed, any rust to be removed from the tourists, that first 8-9 minutes will have done it. Ford on target again, and the Tigers back within a solitary point. Ford has only been kicking 56% this season. It's not been his strongest suit, and he'll be relieved to get 2 out of 2 early on and settle whatever kicking nerves there may be. He really is a remarkably assured young man. He played for England under-18s 3 years up, just at the age of 15.
Stop, H, stop. Out now. Right, ticket. Green, you have the line.
They've had good preparation, it has to be said. He arrived in the country middle of last week. Trained Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Captain's run yesterday, of course, as well as the training sessions that happened in New Zealand.
Stay there, don't care, let's play. Don't care, let's play. Same for you as well.
Super Rugby franchises will be getting together fairly soon. Most of these guys are not called again till the 7th of January, so they can really put their all into this 2 weeks before they get their vacation afterwards. Scooting out.
Entry.
And Kitchener going in from the side, and the Māori's quick to move it on. Taylor trying to straighten things up. But this time, the support is not there quick enough.
Green player on his feet. 11, step away.
Well, just a bit of posturing, really. Nothing more than that. Everybody knowing they're in a game this evening. No such thing as a friendly in the game of rugby union. George Ford changing angles. He's spotted an opportunity on this near side. Niall Morris, the man with N on his back, has to stop to take it, but then swats the man off. The little chip over the top. Andre Taylor putting his shoulder into his man. Paul Dix, the assistant referee on this near side, has spotted it. It was a cynical challenge from the fullback. He saw the problems that Kate Porky was in.
Take him away.
And as Niall Morris went round him, the Hurricanes fullback made sure that he was going to go no further.
I've gone with the kick, which has been fielded to Ed.
Yeah, after the kick ahead.
Yeah.
15 Black cynically.
Yes.
Led with his shoulder, preventing the winner from his own kick.
There's going to be trouble here for Andre Taylor.
Recommendation.
Is a yellow card.
Okay, and the penalty will be in 15.
Will be the ball of light
is
about 7 metres out.
Okay.
Let's see what the officials are going to deem is necessary after that. It really was a very cynical challenge from the fullback. He's going to his pocket.
So the players kick the ball.
And Andre Taylor is going to go to the naughty boy step for 10 minutes. I don't think the officials had many other
15 in.
options
Thank you.
on that occasion.
Just wait.
Niall
Just
Morris
wait, got a mark.
had set up the opportunity.
Where the ball alighted is here, back 10.
Penalty
Back
from
you
where
go.
the ball fell.
Thank you.
And immediately the kick is being lined up by number J, George Ford.
A, B and C all in at the side. We'll leave it after that, please.
With the ambition and aptitude and attitude of both teams giving an enthralling first 10-12 minutes or so. But now it's a matter of whether that man can slot another 3 points for the home side. George Ford is on song this evening. Unless the Tigers are on top, 9-7 they lead. So the Māori down to 14 men as Willie Rippier sets them up again. Good take, there's Kitchener. Kitchener got a fair turn of speed for a second row. Phibbs and Ford looking to maximise the territory, and Pokio had to come across and cover the full-back berth, so there was a gap there down that right flank.
As well.
And pressure on Hicker Elliott in this line out. Hawke's Bay hooker, one of the men who's may feel a bit of a point to prove on this tour, losing out to the All Black berth to Dane Coles.
It's over.
But with Hoare and
Player. Green off. It's always inside.
it's a good clearance. Tate back just outside his own 22.
Green.
Sends it
Not on the
high.
10.
Who's taking responsibility? Tate's the man who got there first, but there was an infringement.
Within the 10 metres.
Within the
No
10
attempt
metres,
to move,
says the referee.
offside.
It was the
Green E.
backup from Julian Salvi that was the problem. Well, Matt Tate playing his first game of rugby in 13 months with a problem with that groin that they just didn't seem to be able to sort out. Ironically, his last game for England was against the New Zealand Māori at McLean Park at Napier 2 years ago. What a match that was. The centenary season, of course, that went so well, 3 from 3 for Jamie Joseph's side.
It's over.
Well, the line out just about working. I'm not sure it was quite how they planned it, but Elliot Dixon making the most of it. There's Latimer setting up stall on the 22. Elliott pops it over the top. Tate can't make any headway, but the ball set back for Frey Wilson.
Backwards play.
Ben May flipping it backwards. It's a horrible pass to have to deal with, and it's going to come out Tigers' side. Fraser Balmain and Pat Phibbs start to give the Tigers some momentum.
Hands away! Hands away. Advantaged. Offside.
Advantage being played. Jordan Crane kicks the ball away in the knowledge that they would come back for that penalty. Latimer coming round illegally to try and snuff out what momentum the Tigers were building up.
Sorry. Ruck. Thank you. Just there.
forward one of this batch of young fly halves that's now come through the England age group system. Toby Flood, obviously the man in possession both here at Tigers and for England at the moment. And then you look at the like of Owen Farrell at Saracens, Freddie Burns at Gloucester, there's Tom Heathcote down at Bath. Played in the England under-20s for the Junior World Championship in the last couple of years. But George Ford is the man on whom the spotlight seems to fall more regularly than most.
Tempo happy?
Deacon takes at the front.
That's one.
A good shove from the Māori forwards, but the ball still there. It's Ed Slater feeding it back. Shane Christie there trying to derail the Tigers train. Out comes the ball to Ford. Ford steps back in. Thompson up in support, is shifted out to Tate. Tate moves it out to Niall Morris, and Morris is going to go in at the corner. The Tigers exposing the one-man disadvantage that the Māori have got. And Niall Morris nabs his first try of the season. Went over 5 times for the Tigers last season, and now he's on the scoreboard again. Well, it all worked so well. The forwards moving the ball into position, and then suddenly it was flipped out along the line. Tate feeding on to Morris, and Morris able to squeeze himself into the corner. Efficient work from the Tigers' back row, and indeed from the forwards as well. Richard Cockerell was saying to me before the match that this is a game where they feel they can just go out and enjoy it. There's no form guide to play against, of course, with the Māori. And it is just a matter of showing what they can do, being proactive rather than reactive. Ford goes 4 from 4, and the Tigers push themselves a bit further away from their visitors.
Got 3 minutes on the bin. Okay, I'll speed them up, thank you.
Well, still a few minutes before Andre Taylor is going to get back on the pitch. So this is about the Māori making sure they can contain Leicester more than anything else.
Green have the line. Thank you. Green line. Sorry, mate. Yes, thank you.
So Hoyata jumping front. Jason Eaton in midfield. In the middle of the line, I should say. It's Hoyata who slaps it back. Frey Wilson having to go to ground to rescue it. Forwards forming that phalanx to secure the ball, and the Māori beginning to get some rhythm into their play. Willie Rippier hangs one high down the middle. It's going to work out to be a good kick. Nobody taking responsibility in the end. It bounces into Phibbs' hands, and Tate comes up in support.
Seven's on the ball.
That kick working out well for the visitors, but possession is still the Tigers. Anthony Allen swats one away. He's got support up on his right-hand side. There it is. It's Matt Smith. Scored against the Northampton Saints the last time out here. Numbers to pick on that far side. Slater opts to duck his head down and drive. The advantage is there, as you can see, for the home side. They're going to go back for it. Well, suddenly Anthony Allen, not the biggest of men, it has to be said, but the balance and the footwork to open up the Māori defence. Matt Smith, his midfield partner, was up on his shoulder. But Ed Slater opting to drive for glory, and it didn't work out.
A couple of silly ones in their half. You've now given away a couple of silly ones in your half. Okay, players have got to get back on side A. Offside. Use the line, please.
Pressure on the Māori, the pressure on the skipper, Tanera Latimer.
Make me look bad.
Andrew Small, today's referee, hails from Ashburton near Canterbury.
Is that still 18 minutes
Really looking forward to this game, as I spoke to him earlier on. Been in England for a fair few years now, and one of the premier referees for the English RFU. But looking forward to performing in this game, especially with his mum watching back at home. Don't think she's going to enjoy this as George Ford lines up another three. So into the second quarter of this game, and a 12-point lead for the home side. And still the Māori down to 14. Oh no, as I speak, Andre Taylor comes back on. So equal sides now, but not equal on the scoreboard. Ford trying to drive the kick through.
Was that
anticipation from Bookie, and the clearance from Andre Taylor. Places it into midfield, and it's spun across Thompson out to Allen.
Tackle move!
Ford losing control now. Can the Māori All Blacks make something of this unexpected possession? Morris up quickly on his opposite number.
Always moving backwards. Where are we, tempo?
Just over a quarter of an hour left of this first half.
Scrum down Black.
There you see the letters on the back of the Tigers shirts. Just the normal form of recognition for so many years here at Welford Road, but professionalism forced them to go to the numbers, and so they still wear the letters above the crest on their normal shirt. The opportunity to go back to their traditional lettering is one that they're happy to take. The academy side still play with the letters on their backs.
Crouch! Touch!
Wilson had such a good NPC season for Wellington. 2009 Junior World Championship winning team.
Come out of this stuff.
His debut for the Hurricanes this season.
Bring them up,
His debut your side this evening for the Māori All Blacks.
That's it, thank you. Crouch! Touch! Sets!
Again, the front row sniff the turf. But this time, play goes on. Repia throws it out to Taylor. Bukia has to cut back inside into the heavy traffic. But the ball is still there. Wilson. Repia out to Ben May. In the open spaces for the loose head. Quick ball presented. Taylor tries to put Nate through a fairly hefty gap. Still there. The Māori beginning to build up momentum, beginning to get some rhythm into their play. Kent Baker cutting back onto the weaker arm.
Stay here.
Presentation good for the visitors. Can they make something of this as they start to build up their familiarity with each other? Always difficult to get a tour going when they haven't played any game time. Latimer not accepting the first defender.
Hey! Knock on Black.
The smallest of knock-ons stalling that Māori attack. Well, that'll do their confidence good. Getting through the phases of play for the first time, really, getting themselves into the opposition 22. It was always going to take a while for the tour to build up ahead of steam, to build up that rhythm.
Don't think so, but
There's the Tigers front row. Boris Stankovic, a former Māori Colt himself in the late 90s. He was a hooker then. Played in the same team with the likes of Ricky Flutie. So a special day for the Tigers. Loose head, had a shoulder problem in the summer that required surgery. Making his 99th appearance this evening. The front rows able to get parity or equality at the least. There's Fraser Balmain, hasn't turned 21 for what, 3 days now. So
on this way.
A very special evening for the youngster. Up against two huge props in Ben May and Ben Afiaki, 6'4", the pair of them. Really Carl Heyman's prototypes, those two.
Crouch!
Interesting to see whether the likes of Balmain and to an extent Stankovic can get underneath to upset the drive. Well, it ball's there for Jordan Crane again. He has to take, well, this time men and ball. Anthony Allen stepping in.
Use it!
And scrum half told to get on with it by the referee.
In play on. Hold green!
Ford way back in the dead ball area and getting good clearance down this right-hand touchline. Effective, efficient exit strategy from the home side.
Line, please. 5 man. Ball's away.
Leicester doing well to get the ball back. Now it's into midfield. Shane Christie. Crusaders newbie for next season, having just signed a new contract. He had such a good season with the Tasman side in the ITM. Here he is again.
Hold.
Up to the 10-metre line. Just get the feeling that the Māori beginning to find their handling a little easier, the rhythm coming into their game. Not making much headway in terms of territory, but keeping the ball in hand. Lovely layoff. Baker pulled down just outside the 22. Bateman putting his skipper in and the support coming up. Bateman, of course, played that fly half for most of the NPC season. Ball going loose, it's hacked clear. Matt Smith, who's going to get there first? It's Adam Tombstone. Tombstone waits for the ball to bounce up. And the crowd are up in the stands as Adam Tombstone makes the most of that opportunity. Well, just as I was saying that the Māori were finding the handling easier, the ball went loose. It was hacked through. I think it was Matt Smith on that far side. And Adam Tombstone, the man who scored a hat-trick on debut for the Tigers against Exeter earlier on in this season, is on the board once again.
No, 60 seconds, let's go. Yeah, you've had 30 already. Let's go.
Well, what a start for the Tigers. Tombstone able to capitalise on that opportunity, having the speed to beat the retreating Māori backs. And now George Ford just puts a little more salt into that wound. Half an hour gone, 26-7 the scoreboard reads, and the tourists really need something before half-time. Good take from Allen again, able to get through the first tackle, get the offloading, get the Tigers momentum into the game early on. Ford sends it downtown.
Got the mark for me.
Pulkey has to drift back into the 22. Throws it out the back door. That wasn't a pass that Andre Taylor was expecting.
Knock on 15. Scrum, green.
Just a little bit too much ambition on that occasion. Not playing the game in the right sort of area. And Andre Taylor looks like he's hurt.
Stay down, stay down.
Well, this is not what the Māori management wanted to see. Super Rugby's top try scorer this season. Went over 10 times. Injury problems, of course, in September when he was out with that broken finger. Effectively, that pushed him out of any All Black recognition for this spring tour.
I'm not getting... So I can't look both sides, but I will try and look on the side that I'm on,
bench,
right?
well, they've got Declan O'Donnell, they've got Jackson Willison. Be a reshuffle, I guess, if Willison came on to replace, but they'll be hoping that there's no need for that. He looks like he's going to try and run it off, or is he? Yeah, the crowd appreciating the man back on his feet.
Knock on 15, scrum down, green.
Let's go, scrum time.
Hit you there.
Let's go. Yourselves. Stay on.
Hit you there.
That mistake is going to allow the home side to put the pressure back on.
Who's coach? Touch. Set.
Crane. Phipps has Tate appearing on his outside. Good tackling
Hands
across
away.
from Christie.
I'll move. Thank you,
Forwards
Stay there.
happy to pick and drive. Crane again very distinctive in that blue bonnet.
He got the ball.
But the turnover is there now. Working their way out from the 22. Pulkey has to cut inside but gets the support of Bateman. Rippia spins it across.
He release!
Has that belief been
Slowing it
dented
down.
at all through
Tackle
this
roll
first
clear,
half an hour
green.
for the Māori? Still going to run from wherever. Early stages in this tour. There'll be no panic in the camp. Gibson and Jamie Josephs sat not far from me here in the stand. Touching moment early on when Darryl Gibson came out and had a chat with Jordan Murphy. Gibson's first time back here at Welford Road since he left in 2007. Had 4 good years here as a Tiger, 90 odd appearances. Indeed, one of his daughters was born here, Poppy.
5 and 1.
Triplets, well, they were born in Glasgow as he left to move north for that solitary season he had up in Scotland.
Backwards off black plate. That's on the full tempo black ball. Play it.
Elliott finds Oyata and it's into midfield with Christie. Presentation good from the Māori. They're getting plenty of pace onto the game. Even when the Tigers are trying to slow the ball down, they seem to be able to clear it fairly quickly. Christie, you can see why he made such an impact in the Sevens last year. Dynamic running style.
Just sealing off so you don't get the advantage. Second man in.
Last time he was in this country, he was
keep coming.
Part of the
green move.
IRB Sevens winning team. Had his Sevens debut, in fact, up in Edinburgh, and then played at Twickenham in the last round for Gordon Tetchens.
It's best to come back for that.
Now, as you can see,
Yep.
with that time on the
No
clock,
advantage, in other words.
Latimer opting to ask his fly half to just get some more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yep. Cheers. You're right.
Rippy up from 40 metres, a simple chip from the number 10, and the Māori All Blacks move to number 10. Unfortunately, they're 16 points behind though, but at least into double figures. Rippy up making the most of that opportunity. Let's see whether the Māori All Black can make the most of the last 4.5 minutes of this first half. Green shirts quick up to form a wall inside the opposition 22, forcing the kick away. Tate put down by Christie. But being isolated, giving the ball away, and Frey Wilson wants to go quickly. Hoyata moves it on. Pokia.
We're off, G.
Stop short. Where's the ball? Digging it out, Frey Wilson. Here come the big artillery. Afiaki brought down, but the ball's still there. Bateman doesn't find his target. And Mate has to step backwards to pick it up. And the Māori have to move backwards to get their attack going again.
Hold here.
See how far back they're going, but the patience is being shown. Can they keep
Got the ball, play on, first man.
the rhythm going on? No, there's a turnover, and there's problems here for the Māori. Numbers on this near side, but Crane can't find his man. And the Māori suffocate the ball at the breakdown, forcing Phibbs to kick.
Always inside, Dicker.
Clearance from Kurt Baker.
Touched.
And without any new contract at the moment, having played for the Highlanders, made his debut, of course, last Super Rugby season. Potential, of course, to go back into the sevens setup.
What they have, but I'll have a look.
One of his finest moments.
Yeah, agreed.
One of the
Get him in,
winning
Green.
tries to secure gold
Yes, you
in
are,
that
thank you.
Commonwealth Games a couple of years back.
5 man. Thanks. Yeah, they're fine there. Let's go, Green.
Couple of minutes left in this first half.
That's out. Play it.
16 points between the two sides. Tigers with a man down at the moment. Looks like Matt Smith, the centre.
Tempo. Hands away, rock. Hands in. Green K. Green K, hands in. K, hands in the ruck.
K is Adam Thompson,
Yeah.
one of the
1/3 of the
three
play, bro.
former London Irish players that transferred to Leicester Tigers during the off-season. The other two on the bench, Richard Thorpe and one Dan Bowden.
Shoot it.
Just returned from New Zealand, having gone over to get married.
Stay there, Green.
Looking for some more
Advantage knock
game
on.
time, no doubt. They will be a little lagged, I'm sure. He recently just got back.
Which is over.
Afiaki and Dixon. Dixon, good leg strength, good leg drive from the number 8. Elliott shuffles it on.
Move, tackler.
Great width in the Māori backline, but it's not being utilised as they cut back into the heavy traffic. Now it moves out. Taylor, as the extra man, throws it wide. Christie with the footwork, trying to get past George Ford, but I think the ball's just edged forward. Indeed it has. And that attack comes to naught. Well, it's good entertainment, good flowing rugby from the Māori All Blacks, but not able to get that final incursion, that final incision that's able to open up this Tigers defence. Lateral movement, plenty of that, but it's the thrust that they need to get through that green line.
Big hip right.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
Into the final play of this first half.
Tempo. Down on. Yep.
Scrummage has been a bit of a problem for referee Small through this first half. They've
you get your
not
bind
been
up
able to find their happy bindings, that's for sure.
Please. Come this way, lads.
As I said, it's been a dry day in these parts. But recent weather has been inclement, to say the least, and that pitch will start cutting up if it hasn't already. Plenty of rain around.
Touch. Set. Balls out, player.
Power coming through from the tourist pack, and they're going to get the benefit of their efforts there.
Can't finish on a reset scrum, gents.
Cash Muse will be happy with that one.
Chew there.
Veteran All Black in the stands as the scrum coach for this tour.
Good stuff.
What's that point, Ed? Here we are! What's the key? What's the key?
Tutor Lee's work from this position. 7 metres out.
Set.
Just before the break, a score now would be psychologically such a benefit. And there's Bateman, and Bateman is going to provide that burst and provide that benefit. Well, what a score from set piece, from first phase play. A simple ball out, but that man Tim Bateman cutting the perfect angle to open up the green defence, and the perfect time to score. Maybe that could swing this game, just maybe. That could make a difference in the second half, as Darryl Gibson and Jamie Joseph walk across in front of me, ready to give their pep talk in the hutches. Willie Reppier is still to have the final say in this first half. Solid kicking from the number 10, and at half-time it's 2 tries apiece. The boot of George Ford just making the difference. 9-point differential, but you just wonder whether this match is about to swing. Half-time here at Welford Road. It's Leicester Tigers 26, the Māori All Blacks 17. So the big question is, how much difference will that final try make from the first half?
Right, 7.
Up until the 40th minute, it had looked like the Tigers really had taken control of the game, certainly on the scoreboard. But that try from Tim Bateman just giving the Māori a little momentum going into the break, and tries either side of half-time, as we all know, so valuable.
Keep coming.
Big, powerful man. Black belt in Kung Fu, you wouldn't want to meet him in any sort of ring, would you? Ripia There is that man Bateman. Ball being shunted along, but no easy pass for Kurt Baker to take.
Scrum down, green ball.
Tim Bateman had a sensational season for Wellington Lions. Such experience, of course, having played in Japan. Missed the last Māori, missed the centenary series. Looks like Matt Smith's not going to be able to continue, and there is Dan Bowden.
Time on, Brian. Good shoe there, Green.
Former Carter understudy comes out to play just his second game for the East Midlands club. Having moved here, as I mentioned, from London Irish in the off-season. Back to the man playing opposite him, Tim Bateman.
Sets.
Just wonder with Sonny Bill Williams' return to the NRL, to the Sydney Roosters, whether it's going to open up opportunity for him now for the All Blacks. Behind the pecking order of, well, at least Marnonu and Tamati Ellison. Charlie Martin, of course, also benefiting from Williams' exit. That move to the Chiefs. Ford puts the Tigers into attacking position in this second half.
Six-man,
Dan Bowden going into second 5/8, and Anthony Allen shunting along one to the outside centre berth. There's another pass inside for Julian Salvi, the Australian Open side, setting the ball back. Ford biding his time for the offload, but Allen wrapped up by Latimer and company. Stankovic. Nearly up a bit too quick. The advantage is there for the home side, and Salvi, driven back, is going to force referee Andrew Small to blow the whistle.
No.
So the first opportunity for points in this second half. George Ford
there, Leicester.
went 6 from 6 in the first 40.
Make sure you're behind the mark that I give you for the kicks out of hand, please.
Penalty.
Yeah, thank you.
The IRB Young Player of the Year last year. Youngest ever to take part in a professional match in this country. 16 years and 237 days he was when he started for Leicester Tigers against Leeds Carnegie. Made even more traumatic by the fact that the opposite 10 was his elder brother Joe. Six out of 6 becomes 7 out of 7. And the first points of the second half go to the home side. Willie Rippier, I mentioned he'll be glad to get back on the rugby park with everything that went on from his exit from the Western Force. He's worked hard, I'm told, to get himself into this group. Stood up to everything and fronted up to the whole group. He was impressed. Many a player in this Māori All Black squad. Great handling, moving the ball out. Not sure where they wanted Ben Afiaki on the outside, but he's got some gas, hasn't he? Great offloading from Charlie Nate as well. But the ball has fallen into the clutches of Julian Salvi, and Crane is going to affect the operation. He's driven backwards though. Who's that? I think that's Hickory Elliott.
It's gone.
And Anthony Allen trying to mount the charge from the 22.
He's moved. Get off your feet, get out of it.
Great gas from the North Harbour tight head. he's renowned for his anaerobic fitness from his time in the New Zealand schools water polo outfit. And really, you suspect, were it not for that fractured arm which forced him to miss the All Black training squad, he may well have been in this country but in another squad. Craig Dowd certainly says he's an All Black in the making.
On you there, Green.
And Craig Dowd knows a thing about props.
Back pod down you get. Thanks. Yeah, you're good.
Attacking opportunity for the Māori. Jason Eaton provides quality ball. Baker feeding the ball on when he really needed a hang on, but it's still there for the tourists. The bust is there from Jared Hayata.
First. Back from Green.
Just edging it forward. Hayata with good Movember going on there. Rugby players across the world now uniting to raise the profile with the tash. Jason Eaton's is even better, I have to say.
Shoulder at 8.
I suspect some of the youngsters are trying, but maybe it's going to take a few more years before they can match Mr. Eaton's facial hair.
Coach! Touch! Set! Early
hit, says the referee. Over enthusiasm from the tourist pack.
Free kick only.
Worth reminding you of where we are if you're not sure of your UK geography. Right in the middle of the country, pretty much. Leicester Tigers, probably the most successful English club since the introduction of League Rugby back, 25 years ago. A record 9 times they've been the English champions, last time a couple of years back. They've also appeared in a record 8 successive Premiership finals since 2005. In terms of European competition, the only English side to have qualified to play in every Heineken Cup in which the English teams have been part of. Back-to-back champions at the beginning of this decade. Tate, good footwork and balance to get the kick away.
Where's the tempo here?
So quite a prestigious match for the Māori All Black to start this tour with. They go 90 minutes up the motorway tomorrow to Doncaster for the match on Saturday against the RFU Championship 15. That's the league down from the Premiership. And then they'll have a slight break before they match up against Canada in Oxford on the following Friday night.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
Just becoming a little bit fractious now. Ben May not happy with the way that scrum panned out.
It's the speed of your hit, and then your one black is just walking straight around, okay? If you're going to be strong on the hit, you've got to go through the mark. You can't keep running around on the loose head side, please. Okay, one black. That's right here.
Effectively running around is the call from referee Andrew Small. Ben May being highlighted there.
Well, get off him in the scrum then.
May against Balmain. May, of course, can play either side of the scrum, so he knows all about the techniques of opening up the tight head. Fraser Balmain being a rookie. Not quite sure the equation going on in that particular contact area, but George Shooter, Mr. Experience in Tigers shirt. Nobody knows more about the Premiership than that man. 256 appearances he's made for Tigers and for Saracens before that. His debut some 15 years ago now.
Yep. Yeah.
Leicester struggling to establish the ball, but turning and rocking and rolling it. Anybody seen the ball?
Time off.
official call on this one. I'm not sure where that one ended up. Now Ian Tempest on this near side has got a report for the referee.
Black
Yeah.
has tackled the support lifter.
Yeah.
The man is coming down.
Yeah.
It's not dangerous, but it's a penalty for taking the man out.
Okay, so it's 8 black. Right. Okay.
The report is that Elliot Dixon took down a man illegally in that maul.
And the supporter. Okay, he's got to get his timing right. Infringement. Field of.
It's going to end
You
up
can have a
being
chat to them.
penalty
Just
to the
wait.
home side.
And we're in 15. Just wait. That's the last one in the red zone. Sorry, 22 area. It's in 15, yes. Go for goal, thanks. No.
Deacon
Yeah, I
opting for
thought it
the
was
pot
pretty
at the
sweet,
posts, I think. Here it is.
8 black, taking the support player. Time on, shot is called.
He just came up and went.
Oh, right. Yeah,
A little laboured, that passage of decision making by the officials, but the end result is that George Ford is going to line up his 8th kick of this game.
So ARs are 4. Won't be the first one he gets, to be fair.
That's the first one that has avoided the
22
target.
black.
Flirted with that right hand upright, but didn't hit. So, a let off for the Māori. It's got just under half an hour left of this game.
Over the line, play it!
Restart from Ripia, partially charged down by Shooter, but Torres
away,
able to
play
rescue it. Fiaki staying strong on the ball.
Hold.
Christie trying to
8 move.
find a way through the green line, but it's still there.
Carried back.
Ripia has to send it downtown. It was brought back into the 22. Ford, son of former England defence coach Mike Ford, gets up, follows his kick up. Stop Ripia just outside the 22. Here come the forwards, that's Oyata. Ball goes loose though. Julian Salvi, who's put the ball back on Leicester's side.
And there's on his feet.
Just a little bit of indecision and execution, letting down the Māori All Blacks on that occasion.
Time on.
27 minutes of this game to go, 12 points the difference. Such a special tour for all involved with the Māori setup. Going to their daily practice
Time on.
at Kapahoka,
Unplayable, green in possession, green ball.
learning more and more about the Māori culture, about the protocols, the history.
The chew
Teaching
there,
sessions, providing inspiration to the entire squad.
I need it.
So, Pat Phibbs enjoying the opportunity to start for his new team. Former Brumbies scrum half. Secure platform, Crane overrunning it, and Phibbs sending the little dink ball through.
Tixie, what do you got?
Tate quickly,
Okay, thanks, mate.
quick on the response, but having to shunt the ball back towards the 22. Still, home possession is there. Graham Kitchener Swats off one. Hickory Elliott comes back for a second nibble and brings his man down. Ford throwing it out to Tate. Tate almost outside his man. In the end, though, Charlie Nate brings his man down, and Jordan Crane's hands let him down at the vital moment.
Knock on from Green. Scrum down, Black.
Well, we saw the threat that Matthew Tate brings there. Such a great talent that opened up onto the rugby circuit back, what, 8 years ago now. You think he's only made best part of 160 appearances since then. You can see how many problems he's had with injury. 38 times stepping out for England. Been with Newcastle, been with Sale Sharks up in the north, and then came down to the Leicester Tigers. But as I mentioned earlier, his first start in 13 months. It's been a really difficult physical and psychological time for the Tigers fullback, 26 years of age. Here spins it out as the Māori try and work their way from their 22 without kicking. The flow stunted in midfield, but it's still there, I think, for Wilson in the end. I beg your pardon. The kick is got away and territory is made, but possession is given away.
What's going on that side? Nothing. Do they both just slip? Fine, yeah. Thanks.
To make mention of Welford Road, of course, the memories of the 2011 Rugby World Cup still very vivid in many people's minds. But Welford Road not deemed good enough for the 2015 World Cup. A lot of consternation in these parts that it didn't make the list of 17 grounds that was released recently. Not deemed big enough, apparently about 5-6 metres too short in length, and the dead ball area not big enough. So the only rugby ground that's on that list, barring Twickenham and the Millennium, is actually Kingsholm. Gloucester play.
No.
Ben May coming in to get the ball moving again. Step from Bateman. He really has got delightful balance, delightful feet. Afiaki unable to hold on to that little pop, and Ed Slater trying to straighten things up for the Tigers.
Barnage is over.
Tigers spinning it wide. Dan Bowden getting wrapped up by Ben May.
Hands away now, Green, lost ball.
And the ball is lost, and here come the Māori All Blacks. Dixon looking for the offload, not throwing the 50-50. Elliott opting for the shortest distance between 2 points. Quick ball there, Latimer. A little bit of indecision between the two loose forwards, but in the end Dixon brings it back from whence it came. And now there's a bit more structure to the attack. Bateman throws it wide, Christie hanging wide, Afiaki.
High shot.
Huge version of the outside centre. There was a high shot that went in there that's going to be penalised. Latimer doesn't want to wait for that though. The Māori skipper drives his team into the 22. Now they're going to go back, and I think there's going to be a card here. There's a few handbags, Pat Phibbs and Hickory Elliott getting involved. And the adrenaline just coursing through the veins a little too fast now. Dan Bowden, I think, is going to see yellow for that high shot as Ben Afiaki broke through. And the former Otago Highlander and Crusader just going too high. Has to come and sit out the next 10 minutes. So subs ready to come on for the tourists.
Time's off. Substitute.
Looks like Jacob Ellison is setting to come out.
They
Also,
haven't
Jameson
signalled, but I
Gibson
haven't
Park.
gone time on, so we'll just wait.
And Croswell as well, waiting, wearing 20. Here they come.
The marker's here. Johnny, you got everyone? Okay, time on.
So,
I
what
tackle
difference is that going to make? Immediately, Gibson Park takes control. Sean Christie works his team back into the 22 again. It's a good line from Charlie Nate, but it's anticipated by the Tigers' defence. The ball's still there. Croswell sets it back. Here they go again. Building up the momentum, trying to make the most of that man advantage, as the Tigers did in the first half. Joe Taylor slipping the tackle, but unable to open the door wide enough, but still, it's been swung across the park. Jacob Ellison. Hayata showing good balance. Ripia out, and the try scorer is going to be one of the centres again. This time it's Charlie Nate, adding to Tim Bateman's first half score. Good patient work from the Māori All Blacks, swinging it side to side, and in the end it falls into the hands of the 22-year-old debutant, the man who's going to be a chief next season at Hurricane, of course, this, and with plenty enough power and pace to get that third try for the Māori All Blacks.
A, did you say? Oh, I, okay. Must be your accent, John.
Good kick from Welly Ripia, and significantly the Māori All Blacks pulled themselves back within one score of their hosts. They haven't been in that position since 18 minutes into the first half.
Okay,
Substitutions happening now for the home side. Pat Phibbs coming off, and it's going to be Sam Harrison, 22-year-old regular around this Leicester Tigers first team. Ben Young's probably the first choice at scrum half, but of course he's on England duty.
It's carried back.
Mickey Young out of action at the moment.
Onside.
So Harrison has seen plenty of game time thus far. 35 appearances in all told now. Jordan Crane, good burst from the number 8. Good handling skills from Adam Thompson, pitching her up in support. And the Tigers responding to that try. Oh, a little bit of indecision from George Ford, not helping the momentum of the attack. But the ball still there. Ford spins it out to Thompson, but really nowhere through. Two defenders awaiting him. Salvi wrapped up by human duvet, Ben Afriaki. Again, the thrust is there, but the Black Line setting itself up, trying to move the Tigers back out of their 22.
No.
Salvi trying to take the shortest distance, but set the ball back. Tigers trying to build up some momentum. Latimer holding on to Harrison to stop the flow. Jordan Crane's going to make sure Deacon clearing out, no uncertain terms, to flip back inside. Thompson being pulled down, good tackle from Jason Eaton.
Leave it.
Another penalty inside
Come here.
the Māori 22, and I've got a feeling there's going to be another card because of that.
Time off. 4 black.
It's Hayato being called out. And it's going to be 14 aside for the next bit as Jared Hayato sees yellow.
Just wait now, we've got injured players everywhere. Time is off. Oh no.
Well, the pressure that the Tigers built up through those phases of play,
Bang on the nose.
eventually forcing the indiscretion
off,
from
please.
the
What are you going for? Poles?
Māori All Black side, and now we've got to see how they're going to cope with this.
Yep, right we are.
What will be a difficult few minutes. I think George Ford is going to go on, but George Shooter making way, getting a traditional thank you from the stands, particularly in the Crumbly stands on this near side. Jimmy Stevens, the Cornishman, has come off the bench to play hooker for the rest of this game, and now he's watching as George Ford lines up what should be a relatively simple kick. Job done for Ford, and 3 very valuable points is added to the Tigers' tally to extend that lead to 8. .22 points now from the boot of the young Tigers fly half.
He's
22 very, very important points.
Hands away now, 7, balls available.
Leave it left.
Latimer stepping through. Unfortunately, Ellison couldn't take it cleanly, but it's whisked out onto this near side for Kurt Baker.
Barney's knocked on.
And this time, Ellison's hands do let him down. Anthony Allen weighing up the thought of the attack from the 22, opting for the boot. It's going to be run back by Declan O'Donnell.
Hands away. Sorry, mate.
Elliott looking for options. None was obvious, so he takes it back into the safety of the contact. Now it's spun out. Bateman stepping off his left. Ripier to Elliott again. Stankovic is in there, stopping anything else going forward, but the ball's still there for the Māori All Blacks. Taylor says there was an intentional smack forward. Well,
Knock on
Ian
first
Tempest,
by
the
Green,
assistant
then
referee,
by Black, strummed
is
out,
having the
black
stares
ball.
from most people in black shirts. I think it's going to be a scrum put in to the Māori, but as the pace of this game begins to take its toll on both sides.
What's that?
Quarter of an hour left.
There's knock on by your K
And this
first.
game still very much in the balance.
Have you got 13, Johnny? Now. Time is off. On the 5? Yeah, thanks.
Chaminate.
Yeah, I've
Stepping
waited
to
for
this
Green,
near
so I'm going
side.
to wait for him as well.
So Jackson Wilson on
No,
in his
it's
place.
knock on by Green,
22
K
this
first, and
evening.
knock on by Black. That's the information I got.
Seemingly Adam Thompson being replaced by
Yeah, yours, yeah.
Andrew Forsyth
On the
in the
5 here,
Tigers' home side.
Clear on
Forsyth
the
a
sequence.
late call up to this squad for
On the
Jordan
5,
Murphy,
Jake, on the 5.
who was listed as being on the bench.
Time on, knock on Green, then Black, scrum down, black ball. That's you, that's you.
So Māori ball. teams down to 14, don't forget. So there may be spaces further out wide. You can see in the Tigers' back line, opting for no fullback, but trying to bring
your side
the
tempo.
Open side winger in a bit tighter behind to cover. For that, the Māori All Black have to make the most of this put-in ball with a 7-man pack. Pick up from Christie, swats off the referee. Man in the blue shirt wasn't going to stop him.
Ball's out, play it.
Gibson Park nearly swallowed up with the ball there, but he does well to get the ball back, and Eaton moves it away from the contact area. Hicker Elliott looking for the offload. Afiaki in support to clear. Ripia tries to sidle his way through.
Ball's away, play on.
Good work from Gibson Park.
Move, captain. Move.
Ripia keeps things moving. Afiaki as well. They step back in. Declan O'Donnell can't find his tight head cleanly though.
Knock on only first. Both players. Scrum.
Well, there was a green hand in there somewhere on that far side. And as hard and fast as the Māori All Black are trying to keep that ball moving.
Scrum down.
Again, don't appear to be able to find the,
Who's that?
the thrust like Bateman found at the end of that first half.
No, you're not doing it. John, how long on the sin bin? Still got over just under a minute. Let's go. Scrum down, Black.
Bowden still hanging on this near side touchline. Officials telling him he's still got the best part of a minute to wait until he gets back on the
boys.
park.
Let's go, please.
So another opportunity for the tourists to make something of an attacking scrum.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
That's better for the tourists, and Wilson Park comes round but can't find his target. The rebound comes into the hands of the skipper, but that moment has passed. Well, the slick passing of Jamieson Gibson Park is one of his characteristics. That's meant he's got a Blues contract for next season, so John Kerman obviously likes what he sees in the young 20-year-old scrum half. But on that occasion, just not able to hit the target well enough. Front row replacements completed now as Quinton MacDonald and Bronson Murray come to join Jacob Ellison. Bronson Murray there wearing 18. Just turned 30 a week ago, the Highlanders tight head. Against Stankovic.
Touch. Set. Get it in, Leicester.
Scrum sidles sideways.
All three of you are out of the scrum.
Well, you can hear the referee just saying all three of the Māori front row were out of the scrum, in his words. So it allows the Tigers to get themselves out of the 22. Dan Bowden out of the sin bin. And the Tigers really taking their time. Andrew Small is going to have to do something about this lack of urgency from the home side. Jimmy Stevens.
It's over.
Hits his target. It's Graham Kitchener. George Ford tries to hit his target on this near side. That's Andrew Forsyth, but nobody able to take the ball cleanly.
Knock on by Green. Okay.
And it's Forsyth's hand that's
knocked on into touch.
Edged the ball forward, and it's going to be another scrum put in to the Māori All Blacks, but this time inside their own half.
Line out, thank you. Step down. Knocked on into touch. Take it. Line out. Come on, they've taken the line out. Balls away.
Baker coming in as first receiver to get this move going. Declan O'Donnell, known of course for his sevens expertise. Played for the Chiefs last season, but at the moment in a bit of limbo as to what he's doing. Just one appearance off the bench for the New Zealand Sevens start. Jackson Willison, he's going to be a blue, alongside Jameson Gibson Park, of course. Good strength from Jason Eaton to get the ball clear of the tackler. Rippier trying to get more width on it now. Willison cuts back in, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell hands one off, but is driven back in no uncertain terms and loses the ball. Great tackling from Matthew Tate it was on that occasion. Good power. There's Jimmy Stevens busting the tackle, getting the offload to Forsyth. This game now beginning to build up a bit more momentum in these final 10 minutes. Ford spots an opportunity in a gaping gap down this left-hand flank of Leicester's, but I don't think that kick is going to work.
Has stopped. 22.
Bateman trying to get the officials to take play back from whence that kick started, but they decided the ball had gone dead.
22.
Tim Bateman not happy with the referee, but
he also didn't have his feet in.
Said it's a 22 start, said his feet weren't in the right position in any case, and now it's Anthony Allen.
Green out you come!
Been training with England in Surrey, the other side of London, for the last
offside.
3
Came
days.
off his foot, scrum black.
England's bigger training squad, but not wanted for this weekend's international against Australia.
Okay, sub, that's fine.
Midfield of Manatu Alangi and Brad Barrett seems to be holding intact.
Yeah, I thought he brought him down and then your boy knocked the ball on. You got everyone? You see, didn't you?
Jordan Crane coming off to be replaced by Michael Noon. A new face to most of the Tigers fans here.
Fine.
Made his debut in the LV Cup against Saracens on Friday. A try-scoring debut, nonetheless, for the former Doncaster back rower. Stankovic having a bit of work done. No hair gel needed, thankfully.
Deeks, accidental offside, scrum black. Time is on. Black there, sorry, green there, black there. Crouch. You need Jinx, you need to get into the space, please. I disagree, get in the space. Yeah, I agree.
Andrew Small laying down the law to the front rowers, new and old.
You all right? Crouch. Touch. Set.
This time the decision goes to the visitors. They try and get themselves up into attacking position again. Sean Christie's had a good match, been very, very dynamic in everything he's done. Oh, that handling of Skipper Latimer, just letting him down. The legs are beginning to get heavy now. We're into the final 5. Lungs screaming out for oxygen.
Sorry?
As much training has been done in the past 2 weeks.
I didn't hear
Game
that,
time,
sorry.
as always. It's like taking a net in cricket. It's never the same as being in the middle.
Front row straight to ground, okay?
Still, the All Blacks have got the ascendancy in terms of tries scored, 3-2. That'll mean nothing though unless they can make these 8-point differential disappear in the course of the next 5 minutes.
Time on, knock on, black, scrum down, green. Black here, green here. Get in the space, you two, clearly.
Here we go, boy.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
That's a good, powerful surge from the Leicester 8, and they get the rewards for it.
And you're moving backwards. Out of the contest, moving backwards.
Well, they haven't scored any tries in this second half, but they've made the most
Markers
of
here.
forward power when they've needed it to allow George Ford to keep the points ticking over. Surely this next 3 points could be critical to the outcome of this match.
Mark there. Yep, thanks.
Close to the halfway, but as I mentioned earlier, this is not the full 50 metres here at Welford Road.
I was checking the score, actually. I was checking the score.
George Ford sends it on its way, but doesn't hit the target. Well, he's got 22 points in his locker already, but the extra 3 there just would have been the security blanket that the home side needed. As it is, the Māori All Black have 3 minutes to make a difference to a 32-24 score.
That's a more! And it's available. Release the ball.
Ford looking for the territory from the boot, but he's overcooked that.
Yeah.
And just a little flustered now with that.
That's a new
couple
ball,
of misses from the tee.
No.
He's going to need a cool head to direct the Tigers into the right areas.
Get out of it.
And the Māori All Black looking to make something of this possession. Good take at the back from Nick Croswell. Oh, Christie stripped, pickpocketed, ball's come back though. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Gibson Park.
Not held, play on, not held. Yeah. Hands away, Green. Advantage is now over.
Advantage is gone, but the ball's still there for the Māori. Declan O'Donnell trying to struggle through. They go again with Willison. Bateman pings it wide. Bronson Murray thinks about a sidestep, thinks better off it, and in the meantime he's wrapped up and bundled into touch.
Line out set.
Still, the pressure is still on this Tigers line out.
Time is off.
The clock is stopped at 1 minute and 8 seconds. And 8 is the critical number, of course. They're going to have to make something happen and happen quickly.
Yeah, sweet.
But irrespective of the scoreline, I think Jamie Joseph and Darryl Gibson will have taken a lot of satisfaction from major parts of this game. It may not be the win to get this tour underway, but when an individual has put up his hand this evening, he's got the likes of Ross Filippo and Carl Lowe and Trent Renata to add into the mix for Saturday. Clearance effective from the Tigers.
Time off. Time off. Time on.
So possibly the last play of the game. It's Hickory Elliott with the line out.
Backwards off green.
I beg your pardon, of course, it's Quinton McDonald with the line out.
Off you get 20 black.
The substitute hooker
Use
has
it.
yielded possession to the home side, and they will now try and count this clock down. Kitchen up, presenting the focus for the rest of his forwards.
You pushed him in. Use it.
The crowd getting up the familiar chant in these parts. The ball is shunted into the stands, and the referee's whistle will follow. Well, Leicester have had visitors before. They've beaten South Africa, 3 years ago now. They had an Australian touring team here 2 years ago that managed to pick them on the points. This time it's the Māori All Blacks.